Hello, everyone, and welcome to Old World Tech Fridays, episode number 25.
Hello. Oh my God.
Oh,
I thought there was only five. You said there was only five licenses issued to hunt polar bears. So did you get one of the five?
I did, yes.
box.
That thing is the size of a polar bear. I thought my boy was chunky. Hey,
Oh, he's pretty chunky. He's pretty chunky. Say hello, O'Malley.
George
Right.
O'Malley?
Yeah, well, O'Malley the alley cat. We found him frozen to the ground, and he's yellow or orange, so
Okay.
we called him O'Malley.
nice.
Well, he's definitely living large. Living life.
Tech Ambrosia says, almost enough cat. Yes, you're almost enough, buddy.
Too funny. Holy cow.
I know.
But yes.
And look, I got this little thing. Look. See?
Yeah.
Oh, look how cute and small that is.
I know, right? Like
Okay,
normal
so
size cat.
That's Trina's got the normal size Funko Pops, and Ryan's got the giant ones that are 2 foot tall that I saw at Sam's Club.
What?
Ginormous. Yeah,
I didn't know they made those that big.
I didn't know they made them that big.
So I was walking by and I was like, holy cow. Yeah, they're like 2 foot tall Funko Pops. They're ginormous.
Jeez Louise.
That's
Where
terrifying.
in the world would you even put that? You'd need a large shelf to have that large Funko Pop collection.
Yeah. What are you
So
saying?
yes, thank you all for joining us for another episode of Old World Tech Fridays. I am Florida Jedi, joined by Ryan of Everything's Broken Garage and Trina
Hello.
of Techno Babble.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us on this Friday evening. Let's see, Trina, who do we got in the chat today? We've got a lot of people I've seen.
I know. It's been going crazy. I got to scroll up to the top here. So we have Scarlet, the Four-Eyed Cuda, Eric's Edge, Micro. I'm just gonna say Fred. I am not saying that full name. You need
What,
to come up with it.
microbiologist?
Microbiologist, retro home brew computers. Ugh. I feel
Micro hobbyist.
Hobbyist, Trina. Hobbyist.
Didn't I say micro hobbyist?
You said
No, I said
biologist.
biologist.
Okay, I am just saying Fred. From now on in, I am
Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah, Drop Dead Fred. We also have Martin. Let me see here. Scrolling down, JC, Curtis Boyle, blah blah blah. World Tech Fridays. Will, Eric Rangel, Gutbomb, Garth Beagle, Tech Ambrosia. Hey, Tech Ember, what's going on? Let me see. I think that's it. DJ Craze.
Keep scrolling and it just keeps
I
going.
know. It just
Oh my gosh.
the chat does not stop. And DJ Craze. So I think I've got them all covered. If I didn't say hi to you, hi.
Hi.
Hello. So we got some interesting things to talk about today. I guess I will get things kicked off with the usual this day in tech history.
This day in tech history.
We need like little segment things that flash up,
We
like
do.
a little tiny micro thing.
So sorry. I just want to make a comment on what DJ Craze said. I'm usually a last somehow. That's because you need to come in like an hour early and just say hi, and then you're at the top of the list because I go top to bottom, and somehow you were at the. I'm not even saying anything about top to bottom on that. But you were on the bottom, so sorry, DJ.
And speaking of top to bottom, starting it off this week, October 29th, 1969, the first message on the internet. This was UCLA student Charlie Klein attempts to transmit the text login to a computer at Stanford Research Institute over the first link on ARPANET. This was the precursor to the modern internet, and after the letter L and O are sent, the system crashed. Marking the first message ever sent on the internet, it was LO. About an hour later, after recovering from the crash, the full text of login is successfully sent.
So I always thought the first words on the internet were "send nudes."
That was quickly probably a second to the full word login. You had to log in first before you can request those things.
Yeah,
Right.
Let's see. I can remember the days of ALL, Instant Messenger. Like one of the biggest things was ASL, age
Yeah,
sex.
age, sex, and location.
Yep. Anybody you talk to, like that was the first things you put on it. Let's see. October 30th, 1938, War of the Worlds scares pants off the nation. Orson Welles broadcast his radio adaptation of War of the Worlds, which reportedly caused panic among listeners who believed the theatrical presentation was a real news broadcast. Regardless of the actual levels of panic caused, the World of Worlds is the most famous radio broadcast, one of the most famous broadcasts in radio history. Let's see. October 31st, 2000, Russia launches the Soyuz TM-31, carrying the first crew to the International Space Station. The ISS has been continually manned since this first mission. Let's see. November 1st, 1954, the first transistor radio goes on sale. The Industrial Development Engineering Associates Company begins selling the Regency TR-1, the world's first commercial transistor radio. Texas Instruments designed and developed the transistor technology, who then partnered with IDEA to design and manufacture the completed radio. The TR-1 sold over 100,000 units, ushering in the commercial transistor industry. Let's see, November 2nd, 1988. Morris worm tunnels through the internet. Robert Morris of Cornell University, which is like half hour from my house, launches a self-replicating worm as part of a research project designed to determine the size of the early internet. It was intended to count the number of computers that initiated connections when the worm was loaded onto them. However, due to a programming error, the Morris worm began repeatedly infecting machines, clogging network traffic, and causing machines to crash. Eventually, the worm spread to 6,000 machines, which was roughly about 10% of the internet at the time, causing significant downtime for government and university systems for 2 days. Morris was dismissed from Cornell and sentenced to 3 years probation and a $10,000 fine.
Wow.
And that brings us to November 3rd, 1957. The Soviet Union launches the Sputnik 2, the second spacecraft launched into Earth orbit, and the first spacecraft to carry a living creature into orbit.
Was that the dog?
Lakaya, Siberian Husky dog, unfortunately only survived a few hours into the flight and died from stress and overheating. The Soviets
they should have just rolled out the window.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't they know? Apparently, the Soviets had planned to euthanize the dog regardless, as Sputnik 2 did not have deorbiting or re-entry technology designed in the spacecraft. So I guess they were going to send a remote kill signal, after they established communication. So interesting.
So Ryan, you're getting like some weird feedback on your mic.
Sounds like radio interference.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why I muted you.
Nuclear radiation. Get out your Geiger counter.
1 second, I'll get my Geiger counter out.
Of course you will. I thought it was just because your camera was pointed at the TVs, but even like sitting there, it's
but he's had the TVs on the last several streams. And
yeah, I know. I just was like, maybe it was
something's different.
Yeah, something's different.
Full moon. It is Friday.
Yeah, as Tech Ambrosia points out, everything is broken.
This is true.
I don't hear it now.
Par for the course.
Yeah, it's just when he's.
I don't hear it at all now. That's really weird.
It's just when he's quiet.
Weird. So I guess I just got to talk a lot.
Oh God. Well,
but even now I don't hear it.
As I made the comment, come see what Ryan's going to rant about tonight. So
let me get my soapbox. Funny story. I actually have a soapbox now.
As everyone should.
True
Lucas
story,
the Spider is now on Netflix, by the way.
Ooh.
That's what it just told me. I don't even know what that is.
You know what Lucas the Spider is? He's got a fuzzy bum and he wants to be your friend. It's like one of the best kids' cartoons.
I've never heard of that.
No. I watch it with my nieces. It's pretty entertaining.
So what do you got to talk about tonight, Ryan?
I didn't realize it was going first. I didn't have my homework done.
Oh, I can go first if you want. It doesn't matter.
I don't care. I'm just being funny. Um, okay, I guess I'll go first. Yeah. So the first thing I will show. It's a two-parter. Um, as some of you may have seen on Mastodon, or I think I put it on Facebook. I don't think I put it on Twitter, or the artist formerly known as Twitter. Um, but my one of my computers was used in a TV show. Almost 16 months ago, 18 months ago. And that TV show finally came out, and I was so excited to see it. So I
Okay.
wanted to show you the clip. Unfortunately, myself and Frank tried very hard to get the audio working, but it doesn't. So you're just gonna have to pretend you know what they're talking about. Maybe I'll
Oh,
do
so
some
can
voiceover.
we do voiceovers
Godzilla's
then?
attacking the
Yeah.
city.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
We'll just do Mystery Science Theater
You know what?
style.
Yes. Let Trina do the voiceover. This
Okay.
ought to be interesting.
Oh
All right.
God.
So I'll set you up, Trina. Here's the scene.
Okay.
A piece of ancient technology from 1995 has
Stargate.
been not Stargate has been plugged back in and is now attempting to take over the world. And its original sysadmin is back to fix it. All right.
Dennis.
Okay.
So the TV show is called Surreal Estate. It's filmed in Newfoundland. It's on Sci-Fi on, I believe, Monday
Look
nights
it up.
or Tuesday nights. It's in season 2 right now. This is season 2, episode 5, and I can't remember what the episode's called. It is called Art and Science, and this scene is about 11 minutes into that episode. So, without further ado, I'm going to transition over to this.
That's
I'm gonna
definitely
hit
James
play.
Spader. This is Stargate, the first one. I know it is.
Look at you with your bald head. Oh my. Oh, we're looking at the monitor. Wait, monitor. Me think hard. Put my glasses on. That makes me even look smarter. Oh, wait, flashing cursor asking for a password. Admin. It's always admin. Look at that. It worked. Ha! There's 4 letters. Uh-oh. Red alert. Klingons are attacking. All hands to battle station.
Wait, which computer is yours, Ryan?
Yeah.
There's a lot of computers.
That one.
The one
Those
behind
two.
the guy?
I was looking at.
Yes.
Sweet. It's on a pedestal.
These light
So
bulbs
they
are going
built
to
this
cost us.
entire set.
It looks
So
like it's
basically,
spanning.
he's having a. So I'm just going to mute it because I can't talk over the audio. So basically, he's having a sort of a Dr. Faulkner moment from War Games where the computer is looking for him and only will specifically talk to him. So he's got to come back to shut down the AI.
So DJ Craze pointed out a good question. They look like they had an iMac when they turned
Yes,
back to the girl after this. Their server deletion.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like
So
an iMac.
that's not happening on my computer. That's happening on the AI is deleting everything off their server from the old HP computer.
Oh, okay. So
The
this
HP
is
Yeah, because
computer.
remember he said they plugged in something back from 95?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
plugged in
yeah,
a
yeah.
computer from 95 and it started doing weird crap. That's one of my
Just
mechanical
remember,
keyboards.
folks, the power is in the command line. Thank you.
See, I've got so much to tell you. It's almost like,
I'm sorry,
hello,
Dave.
Professor.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
No, it's more like, hey, hello, Professor. Would you like to play a game of chess?
There,
Or
that's the
tic-tac-toe?
problem. He was standing in the holodeck entrance. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's what it reminded me of. Thank you, Gareth.
Yes, Eric's Edge, 100% RMF-RF/.
Yeah, he was waiting to tap into AOL.
Anyway, they rented that, or they bought that computer. It's a HP. It's the predecessor to the Vectra. So I want to say it's begins with a P, maybe like a ProLiant or Pro something, or maybe just a HP Pro. But it's a 486 with a Pentium overdrive installed in it. It's got running Windows 95. It's got.
But they were only in DOS.
Now that's all done actually after the fact. They actually stuck like a
post.
green.
Oh, I gotcha. Over the screen.
Green mesh over the screen, and then just replaced it in post.
Oh.
That's
But
pretty
yeah,
neat.
they had it for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then they needed it for an additional week down to do some extra shooting.
Right. Cool.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. I got to go on set. I got to see the actual set where that like red thing is, where the archway is and stuff. I just got to see where that was set up. So it was a lot of fun.
That's really neat.
Yeah, and so I guess the moral of the story is that although we're all in this hobby and it's all for fun and games, you can make a tidy profit if you know how to rent to film and TV industries. So
Nice.
go out and make some money.
And part 2 is.
Oh, I guess I'll show part 2 next because I can just do that. Just give me a second here. So tomorrow morning at bright and early in the morning, I have to get up and go to a boating expedition.
Ooh.
So let me just share my screen here real quick. Here's another cat. This is not part of the boating expedition. It's just a cute cat.
Is that O'Malley?
Nope, this is my sister-in-law and her husband just got a new cat. This is Bowser. He's a senior kitty. He's 12 years old, and he's a bobtail. And they just adopted him from the SPCA.
Oh, cute.
He's very cute, and I am actually cat sitting him this weekend.
Nice.
So I think I got 2 pictures of Bowser. Do I? Yeah, 2 pictures of Bowser. Yeah. So this last week we have been building by 3D printing a boat for a competition that's happening tomorrow morning at our marine university here in Newfoundland. So this was a 3.5 day print. The bow was for 3.5 days, and the stern sort of body part was about 2.5 days, and then the plate that's in the middle was about 8 hours, I think.
You guys should have contacted Joe because he could have probably had this thing printed in like 2 hours.
Yeah, the problem is that I would end up getting it shipped, no pun intended. So you can see we actually used the design that we found on Tinker or on Thingiverse.
Right.
That was first set up for a jet boat, and unfortunately, this is a prop propelled boat, so it had a whole section in the middle that was missing because that's where you put your jet engine.
Hello, Ryan?
Hola.
Ryan, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Ryan. We can see pictures, but we can't see you or hear you.
Sorry, my headset disconnected and
There you
reconnected.
go.
So the funny joke is the name of the boat is the Saint Boat Adventures. So our school is called Saint Bonaventures.
Okay.
Words.
Because I saw the picture and I'm like,
Yeah. So
makes sense.
they had to do a poster board of how they built the boat, and so this is the boat assembled. Now we have the you can see here in the middle area here. This is the motor. The motor's actually liquid cooled,
Oh wow.
which is kind of cool. It uses a
Well, I mean, it is a boat. It goes on water. It should probably be liquid cooled.
right, but the fact that it's an electric motor that's liquid cooled is kind of the neat thing.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So it uses convection current to actually suck water out from the nozzle that's located at the bottom of this picture here, and then it brings it up through the coil around the engine and spits it out the other nozzle, which then goes back and just dumps out the side of the boat. It's currently painted blue, which you're not seeing in this picture. We just finished painting it before I came out stream, and my hands are actually covered in blue spray paint. So the hope is we run this tomorrow morning. There's 3 or 4 pilots that are going to run it, and hopefully there's a time trial and a obstacle course and a drag race.
So is each of the pilots then doing one of the
yeah, each of them will do one of the 3 things.
one of the
basically.
3 things. And is there going to be a top put on it or?
No, we're probably just going to leave it open because right now you don't see it there, but there's a bunch of other stuff that was loaded into it. There's a battery. There's a pile of epoxy to keep everything from moving around. So it's an open boat. Everything in there is water resistant, so it should be fine. So I'm not worried about it sinking. And we actually did test it. Actually, is there a picture of us? Yeah, here's a picture of us testing it in the just I guess a mop bucket. We had a big container, but it started to leak. We used a mop bucket instead.
That's hilarious.
And then here's a little video. Actually, that's a bad quality one. Here's a little video of the servos working with the rudder. So you'll see the
Okay, that's what I couldn't see in the video that you shared with us.
yeah, and you'll see the engine speed
Yeah.
up. So yeah, you can see here. Here's the water inlets and outlets for the water cooling. The battery is now installed, and then all the electronics are mounted to the insides.
Okay, cool.
And here it is with everything in it. And of course, we have the penguin because you can't have a model boat without some form of mascot. So we have the penguin in Lego form.
Is the penguin the mascot of the school?
No, the penguin from Batman.
Okay, no. I thought maybe your school's mascot
No,
was a
our
penguin.
school's mascot's the Phoenix. We chose
Okay,
we chose the penguin because he was the closest Lego character that was available for us to glue to the front of the boat.
fair enough.
And the whole thing weighs 1.57 kilograms, so it's pretty stout.
Yeah,
Anyway, so we're hoping to do well with that tomorrow. We're
cool.
hoping to. I don't know. We're going to possibly. Uh, you know. Uh, no, it's not a great layout. It was a good layout there. If we're going to win, we have never done this before, and we literally started last week building this boat, and most schools have been building for since the beginning of the school year, so a couple more weeks than us.
Mm,
Um, the neat thing is that you're allowed to build the boats from anything. So I think we might be the only school that 3D printed it, which is kind of cool.
oh, cool.
A lot of other schools use just like Pepsi cans or Coke bottles or
Right,
build it out
right.
of cardboard or wood. So yeah. Anyway, we're pretty stoked. I'm stoked. It's going to be a fun day, and we get to use our different skills from the different departments. 3 or 4 different departments came together to build this, so it's exciting. I'm excited, and I used a crap ton of Flex Seal. So anytime I can use Flex Seal, I'm happy.
Nice.
For anyone who doesn't know, that's a a can of spray rubber that seals everything.
Hmm.
It's a magical invention, and everybody should have at least 1 or 2 cans of it.
I used it actually when I shipped out a iMac G3, and I used it to seal all the air gaps so it wouldn't move in the box.
Oh, there you go. That works.
Mm. I went to Home Depot and was like, "All right, what can I buy to seal this thing up?" And it was there, and I'm like, "Okay."
So I'm just going back through the notes here to see if anybody are asking any questions about
No,
uh,
everybody seems to be. Anyone? Ryan, do you know anyone who sells
sells
furniture?
furniture. In town, not really. No. What kind of furniture you're looking for? JC is funny enough. Jesus Christ is from Newfoundland. Um, Boats in Newfoundland never worked out. History shows. Yeah, retrospective. That's correct. I mean, look at all those boats. It's funny. Last night, myself and my wife watched The Perfect Storm, and I was like, "This seems a little bit inappropriate to be watching 2 days before I got to float a boat on a
Well,
pond or on
no,
a pool."
What you
actually,
don't want to watch
no.
is it.
Actually, the movie you should not watch before you guys go tomorrow, Titanic.
Well, yes,
Just,
sure.
Don't watch
I mean,
it.
spoiler alert: the
Well,
ship sinks.
in fairness, so does the Andrea Gale in A Perfect Storm, but
Yeah,
everybody dies.
Check.
Titanic, at least some people survive.
yeah, we can hear you, Frank. You're
Okay.
We
good.
can hear you, Frank.
You don't want to watch it because the boat will go down the drain and then the clown will get you. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
but you know what, Frank? Everybody floats down here, so it's fine.
I did hear that,
Come
but
join
I
us,
still am not
Frank.
convinced.
Come join
I
us.
I see, like when I was a kid, I wasn't supposed to watch
We
it,
all
and I
float
snuck
down
out of
here,
my
Frank.
room and like watched part of it, and then it scared the crap out of me, and I hated clowns ever since then.
Do you know?
It just
Do you know
freaked me
what's
out.
okay? Clowns always freak me out. I didn't
Yeah.
even need to see
Sorry,
that movie.
specifically Tim Curry clowns are terrifying. Tim Curry
No,
in drag,
clowns,
perfectly acceptable. Tim
clowns,
Curry as a clown, not acceptable.
clowns. Period. Scary.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Uh,
I agree. I derail your train of
yeah.
thought. I apologize.
I'm just reading. DJ Crazy. Yeah, like all I did was I had friends who were in the film industry. They knew I had collection. They asked to borrow a few things once or twice, and now I've done it probably 50 or 60 times. And they'll usually come to me when they, because here's the thing about film sets, they don't like buying things. So if they can get away with renting something, they will rent it all day long. They will not buy it. So even if it's more to rent than it is to buy, most times they will rent it because they don't want the hassle of having to deal with the asset when the show or film is done. So anyway, it's just just a thought. And if you can find a place that's near you that needs props, by all means, reach out to them. The best thing to go is with a CV. So go with like a book, either a printed off book of everything you have, what works, what doesn't, or do up a little website like I did. And
That's
then
pretty
I
cool.
just send it out to people.
By the way, JC said, doesn't Hayward's sell furniture?
That's like super distant family relations. Not. I don't get a discount if that's what you're asking. I'm no me walking in is no different than you walking in.
Yeah, I was gonna
Uh,
say, like, are they related to you? They
they
must be.
are, but it's like 1700s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, three families of Haywards came to Newfoundland and settled in different parts of the island, and they're
Okay.
from one of the other families that settled. So that was like 17 something. So
Hmm.
we're related, but it's
You're all
not.
inbred in the end of the day.
Distant.
Yeehaw! Great Lakes are not great for voting either. Yeah, no, the
Oh
what was the
yeah,
sign? What was the Seinfeld joke? Uh, what's the name of the boat that sank? Uh,
Edmund Fitzgerald.
The
Edmund
Titan.
Fitzgerald. Yeah, they're like the Edmund Fitzgerald, but Elaine's like, oh, I love his voice. It's like, no, the boat was called what's the singer?
Ella
Oh,
Fitzgerald.
no,
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 no. I know what you're thinking of. Yeah. Who sang the song? The Edmund
Edmund
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. Come on, somebody help me out here.
All right, hold on. Google
Wasn't
time.
that the same guy that did the North to Alaska and whatnot? Johnny Horton.
No.
No. Edmund
Oh
Fitz.
God, somebody help me.
Hold on. I'm trying to recommend
Gordon
Edmund.
Lightfoot. Yeah, Gordon
Yes,
Lightfoot.
there
There
we
we go.
go.
Oh, Sundown.
So, but yeah, Elaine's like, oh, I love the no, Gordon Lightfoot was the name of the boat. It's like, no, the boat was the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's like, no, that was the singer. It's a great scene. I think it's hilarious.
Justin.
Yeah,
Hey, Justin.
Justin's
Welcome.
here. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been at for this week.
That's
It's
awesome.
been taking up a fair bit of my time, but yeah. So, two things to take away: 3D printers are awesome, and if you have the ability to use them in your day-to-day lives, I highly recommend it. And number two, if you can supplement your retro collection by renting it out to film and TV production, I also suggest that as a alternative to hoarding, because now I can say I'm a collector who rents his equipment. Makes it sound a
That
lot
is
less,
pretty cool.
it's not as cool as, oh, he just collects old garbage. No.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah,
investment.
but that's
I rent.
cool.
I
Your
rent
stuff's
stuff.
in a movie or TV show or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So now coming up the next season of Son of a Critch, which is another TV show that's filmed here, is two of my one of my Tandies and one of my Packard Bells is used. So I'm excited to see that scene.
Awesome. So I've got two things. Did you finish your two things or no? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, please cut Ryan off. If not, we'll be here all night.
Okay, Trina.
circle
Just for that,
back.
I'm getting the extra big soapbox. We're doing an after dark version. This is going all night long.
After dark.
So two things.
Hold on.
The first being, I had mentioned a few different times about some of the discs that I had bought at auction that Garth had sent out on one of the streams about some Pixar bugs stuff that he saw that was for sale on eBay a while back. I mentioned on Sunday's stream that I started copying off some of the data, and it actually does have stuff from Pixar on it.
Yeah, I remember you
but-
showed, I think it was a trailer or something.
Yeah,
a
but
screenshot.
not just the bug stuff. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how do I. Trina, can you put that one screen back on the thing? I don't know how to do it.
What do you mean one screen back on the thing?
That, yeah.
Oh,
Put that in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not good with the buttons. I always end up pushing the
I
wrong
see
thing.
that. There you go. It's on, so we're good.
So there are several things. These are the individual discs that were in the stuff.
Frank's porn stash.
I know, right? Yeah. After Effects, sure.
So
whatever
this
you
is
want to
all
call it, Frank.
Adobe After Effects stuff.
Wow.
Building the Bird from A Bug's Life, Dot's Escape, Flick's Plan, Hopper's Hideout, Infirmary, Occupation, Turning Back, and Rat Party. So that's
So
all stuff.
what's in the actual
So
folder?
these are actual Adobe After Effects builds for the video. Like these are
Okay.
actually the animation stuff that they did for like
Wow.
making the movie. And this was all like alpha overlays and things like that. There's actually a bunch of stuff in these. But what's interesting is like a lot of these are, like Act 1 files, Act 2 files, sequences 2 through 4. There's a bunch of other stuff. But some of these discs at the bottom, these NBs, were nightly backups. And they had stuff from film room from Toy Story 2.
Wow.
Cool.
To Toy Story sequel.
Yeah.
After Effects movies, animation stuff, dialogues, gags, sound effects, outtakes.
Sound effects. Oh, can we
Yeah,
hear
there's
some
all
of the,
kinds of
can
stuff.
you get
Well,
any
I gotta make a copy of this because I don't want to open any of the files that are in here and mess something up. Like
Steve is here.
Oh, hey, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Steve
Yeah.
says archive it.
Look.
They already are, yeah. So I've already got these backed up. These are backups of the iOmega jazz discs
And
that
send
were
me a
from
copy.
Pixar. But yeah, so like here's some projects they did for ABC, some editor backups, Luxo Jr., McDonald's. Like there's
Wow.
all kinds of stuff. So I'm assuming these nightly backups, obviously, October of 1999, November of 1999. There's a lot of stuff on here, but I'm assuming nightly backup 13, nightly backup 14, nightly backup 15. That's just what I'm going. I'm just guessing on their naming.
It also
but
could,
yes,
it also could be non-binary, by the way. NB. Same.
that's true. But there's telescopic mats that they used in the filming.
So can you
Tests and
show
promos? There's all kinds of stuff.
Can you show any of the videos that are in there?
Frank, do you hear that? Do you hear that? I hear a knocking. I think Robert Iger is at your door. I think he might be. He might be there to take all that.
He would text.
So can you play any of the videos in this or?
No, because you have to open them in After Effects. Like these are the pre-assembled stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Like the actual files that go into making the finished products.
Okay.
But there's so much stuff on here. But it was definitely one of those things where I took a gamble and bought them because the guy that was selling them had no idea either.
Well done.
What's funny is he ended up messaging me after I got it and said he has no reason to believe that what's labeled on them isn't what's on there, because he said that he had gotten a lot of other computer stuff from there. And it was a guy that was a producer. This was from Burbank, out Hollywood, California area, the storage unit this guy bought. And it was a producer that this guy did music and stuff like that for a lot of different places. And when he had passed, his estate got rid of like the storage units and things like that. So he said like he had a lot of other computer files from hard drives and stuff that were similar. So he said, I have no way to test it, but I would believe that what's labeled on there really is what's on there. And sure enough, I was able to finally back them all up. And there's a lot of cool stuff on there. But yeah, Steve, I'll send you a copy. But yeah, so this is what hang on, let me show you. This is what the box, for those of you who didn't see. I'll just grab it real quick. I'll show you.
Yeah, you definitely got some feedback going on, right?
So
I know.
These, for those of you who didn't see, these are what they came as.
Hold on, I'm gonna make you big here. A sec. Boom.
And they actually are labeled and say, Disney Pixar's Bugs, because that was the pre-film name. It was just called Bugs at first until they started calling it A Bug's Life.
Right. All right, I'm gonna mute Ryan for a bit so we can hear talk.
But all of the discs actually did mount, and all of them were able to be archived. There were none of them that were damaged. Everything actually did load.
I'll trade you a brand new 2 GB jazz cart for that. For one. LOL.
But yeah, definitely pretty neat. So that was my one thing, is like, you never know, especially in this hobby, like what you're gonna find or come across. I know a while back during the summer, I'd gotten a couple computers from out California, and they ended up being from the Gorilla Foundation, Coco the Gorilla.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, so like you literally have no idea what you're going to come across looking at some of
So
these
what
old
you're
things.
saying is everybody should go to eBay and buy all
Yeah.
these vintage computers on the hopes from California, on the hopes that there's something on it really good.
True. But yeah, I'll make them available for whatever guys want copies of the files. You're more than welcome. I'll send them. I'll zip them and share them.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know if you can open them in the new version of After Effects or not. I don't know what version. You have to do some Googling to see what version of After Effects was being used back in the 90s. Because I would guess that some of these, because I know they changed like the smallest things and like file paths on software applications, and then some things just don't work with new stuff. So yeah, if only somebody had some old crummy computers to test them on. I know, right?
Right?
We don't know anybody who's got old computers that we can install those old versions of After Effects.
Who has a basement that he in his last stream was literally tripping over stuff.
But yeah,
Literally tripping over stuff.
Garth pointed these out on a stream a few months ago, two maybe 3 months ago, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. You know, I was a Disney annual pass holder for years and years until there was no value because they kept driving the price up, and I didn't get down as often as I did originally.
Right.
So big Disney fan. And I'm glad I ended up getting these. So yeah, that's awesome. So that was my first thing. Was, like I said, you never know in the hobby, you know, where you're going to find things and what you're going to find when you do pick up something. So
hold up, I love what Justin said.
Oh, I was just putting it on there too. I just saw that.
I'm not falling for a tween. Everyone else says, look at this cool.
That is funny.
Blah blah blah. Me, look at my eBay regret. Love it, love it. That's good.
Oh, that's cool.
ESPN recently dumped 2 very expensive multi-sync NEC to restart.
Well, that's
what?
like during.
Hold on. Sorry, I was still reading. They offer for $20 each. Wow, nice, very nice.
Thanks, Retro Techie. Have a good night. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. That's just like during the summer. Remember when I bought that robot?
Right.
Which is
what
still
did you
sitting
ever
in
end
storage.
up doing
I've
with
not
that?
done a damn thing with it. I put it in the storage unit, and I've not done a single thing with it since. I got to pull it out and sell it to the university or something. The BU or something, or Cornell.
And apparently,
do something with
those multi-sync NEC displays, 43-inch each.
Holy crap!
For $20.
Awesome.
$20.
You can find deals, especially online.
Yeah.
You know, I do a lot of government auctions and things like that where you find some cool stuff.
Oh, so speaking of, sorry, I don't know if you're done. So,
I had my second thing.
Okay.
Let me go through the second thing real quick. So anyway, The second thing that I was going to talk about is, I don't know if any of you are fans at all of Blizzard Entertainment. We had talked about that they were purchased by Microsoft and stuff. I think it was our last stream that we had talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple weeks back. But yeah, I refer to them as MS Blizz now. So I think it's funny. But MS Blizz, they started BlizzCon, obviously. Today was the first day. And they made an announcement as far as World of Warcraft goes. So they have the new expansion of World of Warcraft announced. The War Within is what the new expansion's called. And I was talking to Ryan about it before the stream, and I was laughing, and I said, well, it's got to be one of those things, because usually they announce the expansion, it comes out the following year, so it'll come out sometime around Christmas of next year, like the full version that you can play and all that stuff. But what I was laughing about was, it's like, well, now that Microsoft's owns them, they got to show some money right now. So guess what? We're putting out the pre-order for the newest expansion. It starts today. The best version's like $97 with tax. You got to buy that. And then what's funny is now this new expansion is actually the next 3 expansions. So they launch an expansion, every other year.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Ryan. Unmute yourself.
I'm asking if I can ask a question.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll allow you to ask a question.
Okay. So this new version of World of Warcraft, is there a home and professional edition? Like, will I be able to, use this at work to connect to my, domain, if you will?
Only if you use Microsoft Azure.
Okay, so I do have to buy 365 credits.
Yes,
Is
you
that what
do.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the next thing I'm going to ask is, does Azure now accept a World of Warcraft Gold as a
Yes.
payment form?
Wild
It
Gold,
does.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, thank you. Continue with your
Um,
announcement. Go ahead.
But what's funny is normally they do a new expansion every other year or so.
Right.
I think it's usually every other year. But what's funny is like this new expansion isn't just an expansion; it's the next 3 expansions. Is the same path. So normally they have a villain and what's going on in World of Warcraft, and it's this expansion, and you do all the stuff within this expansion.
So
Right.
go.
Well, now they're saying that this new thing is so big that it's going to be the next 3 expansions.
So
Oh.
where are they shoehorning in the microtransactions?
Well, they always do because you can buy transmog things, you can buy mounts, you can buy pets, you can buy all
Exactly.
kinds of crap. But what I think is also interesting is when you purchase the expansion, you get game time, which is 30 days of game time, which a lot of them do. The last one for some reason didn't, which was odd. But normally they come with it. But they give you a level 70 character boost because right now the current max level is 60. It was up to 120, and then when they came out with one of the expansions, they nerfed it way back down. So now the level cap is 60 currently. The
Now
new
that's whether or
expansion
not you pay classic or not.
So this is regular. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The level cap in classic is considerably lower. It's different. So this is just regular public World of Warcraft, the full version. So what's funny is the new cap is 70. So they always give you a character boost when you buy the expansion. So that way you're ready. If you haven't played in a long time, you can level up and play right at the same tier as everybody else. But on all the other expansions, you've had to get your own gear and stuff like that. Like your item level of your gear that you wear, determines how well you do in the thing. And they make up metrics inside the game, like for catch up. They make a certain path that you do for catch up to get that
just
gear.
do so many dungeons and you get.
Yeah, but what's funny is on this expansion, they're giving you level 70 gear right off the bat, right when you go.
See, this is where I'm going to get my soapbox again and come out and say that that level is too damn high.
Yeah. Who would ever need a level 70 character? My God, that's just crazy.
No, it's one of those things. It's like, well, just come out with a new game, because at this point, it's why did all the people previously grind so hard to get to the level they're at, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can just buy the game and get to that level? Well, shit.
Yes, but there's also you can do that already. So let's say you're playing now, and you start a new character. You can buy a level up. They sell it.
That's stupid. That's
pay to play.
Yeah, it's
pay to play. But yeah, they do microtransactions, because essentially you can. So they cut out the people that were selling gold online, so you can buy gold online, which these people in China and a bunch of other countries actually make real money.
Yep.
Farming gold, playing the game and farming gold. So much so that in one of the South American countries, like people were making a living, like a good living, like better than a real 9-to-5 going to a job. Like they were making good money doing this. So World of Warcraft Blizzard, what they did was you could buy the WoW token and sell it in the auction house in the game for in-game gold.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of giving your money to these third party markets to buy gold in the game, you can give them your money now and sell it in the auction house for whatever the current value is. So yeah, they've been transactional for quite a while, and which is why they were trying to get into the mobile market as much as possible, because mobile gaming is huge in China and a bunch of other places. as far as people playing on cell phones, the
And I
video
think,
games and stuff.
and I think microtransactions are more favorably looked at on
Yes,
mobile than they are maybe on PC.
sure,
Right.
absolutely. So yeah, those were my two things. I just wanted to say, in case anybody missed it, they did make the announcement today that there is a new expansion, and
Good night,
who knows?
Amber.
Oh,
Have a good night. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for dropping by.
So yeah, whoever wants can go next. Microcapacitors.
I was just gonna say,
microtransactions.
I've been having fun with these people on Facebook as of late who go, this item is $1, and then it turns
Oh
out
yes,
they go make
I
an
hate that.
offer.
I
Yeah,
hate
yeah. So I've been having fun with these people though, because so there was somebody with a power, the desktop, the power, what is
Power
it?
computing.
Uh, like the blue and whites that John was working on, those ones.
Oh, like a G3, a G3.
Yeah, a G3. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Anyway, somebody had $1 for it. So I
Perfect.
messaged him. I'm like, is it available? He's like, yes, it is. I'm like, great. Does it work? No comment back. So then last weekend, I decided to have some fun. And so I messaged him. I'm like, is this still available? Because it's only been up for 8 weeks now. And he's not selling it. So I said, does it? He said, yes, it is. I said, great. Does it work? And he said, yes, it does. He said, sorry. He said, I don't know. So I said, okay, $10. That's what I'm going to offer you. Right. And he's like, oh, I want at least 20. I'm like, I'm not paying anything more than $10 for a unknown working computer. And that was the end of him. And then the other day, somebody had a G5 tower and a unknown Mac Pro. Like, I don't know what model it is because all he showed was front and back photos. Like, no labels, no nothing. So I have no idea what year it is. So he said, make me a good offer. So I offered $20. He left the group. I don't think he liked the, but it sounded like a good offer to me.
What a suck.
I know, right?
Some people are just dumb.
I've been having fun trying to like weed these folks out. Like, you're gonna sit there and say, make me an offer, and yeah, then you don't respond back. Like, haggle, people, haggle.
So we have a problem. We have a problem here in Newfoundland. I'm sure you guys have it where you are, where people will put the
Tribbles.
area code in for a price, or they'll do like
No.
1, 2, 3 is the price.
Oh yeah,
That drives
I've
me
seen 1, 2,
mental.
3. Yeah.
I've
or
seen
one,
that,
so
and
like
that's usually I either see $1 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that.
Yeah.
Where they're like, make me an offer.
It's annoying.
I hate that.
So anyway, that's been my fun because I've been, as I mentioned to folks, and for those who don't know, I've been sick for the past 4 days, so I've had nothing better to do but troll people and sleep.
Troll people and sleep.
Tonight on Troll People and Sleep.
Right? Yeah.
That's the best show. Oh my goodness.
Oh, where are we at, by the way, in the motionless picture?
The motionless picture.
They're moving, just slowly.
It was a parody. Somebody had done Star Trek: The Motionless Picture as a parody.
Oh.
Hilarious.
I think it was Mad Magazine. It was the motionless picture, if I remember correctly. Back in the day when,
I was gonna say, I haven't heard that in a long time.
when you went to a store and bought the magazine.
Trina, I would never call you old, but God, that sounds like an old person thing to say.
Go to the store and you buy these funny things called magazines. They weren't online. There was no iPhones or iPods or iPads or Tampax or anything else.
Trina, can I get you a hamburger? Would that make you feel better?
No, honestly, no.
Oh, hold on, I'll order you.
I've been mostly eating toast.
Oh, can you hear the click?
I heard the click when I had it. Yeah.
I hear the click.
It's so satisfying. I'm gonna do an
ASMR.
I'm gonna do an ASMR of this. Just
there you go.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Curtis I have a couple of Man magazines autographed by Dick. I don't know how to say the last name, but
The Bartlow.
I'm not going to say I know how to
Looks
say the
like.
word Dick, but anyway.
Well, Trina, after telling us you troll people, we know you can be one.
I'm not being one. They just don't bother putting any information in. So I'm
That is
giving
extremely
I'm
annoying.
giving them a price on what I know.
You're just being mean, Trina. Don't
I
be
am.
mean.
I'm not being mean, but
You're being mean.
they can sit on it for 8 weeks and not sell it, or take my $10 and sell it.
Although that being said, a G3 for $20, even if it doesn't work.
Yeah, I know, but I need to resell it. I need to think
Yeah.
of reselling price.
Oh, I realize, but you could probably part that out.
I probably, yeah.
Right? Like if you could test the power supply, and it probably does work. He probably just doesn't have the proper video adapter or something foolish.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows
Right.
at this point? Or it could be a bad power supply. At the,
Right.
Again, when I said, "Does it work?" He said, "I don't know." So have you not plugged it in?
If you're not motivated enough to test it, why
Yeah, right.
offer?
Anyway, I think that's a good note to end the show on. Since Ryan's falling asleep, that is because all we could see was the top of your head, so it looked like.
Oh no, I'm trying to take this
Or
apart.
sorry, not Ryan. Frank looked like he was falling asleep. The other one, the other Ryan.
The other Ryan.
That's right.
So
Reese?
tonight we're gonna do something different. We're
Holy
gonna
shoot.
actually.
There's a battery in here.
No
Is
kidding.
it really?
Yeah.
I never opened the darn thing.
Big lead acid battery.
So tonight we're gonna do something different. While Ryan destroys what I sent him.
Oh, that is a large
Louise.
battery.
Holy jumping!
It's most of the weight.
What do you need such a large battery in that for?
I guess it's so that in case the power goes out,
Power, yeah.
You don't lose your
POS.
order?
You don't.
Yeah,
well, no, you don't lose the transactions.
Yeah.
Like a battery
would al-
backup type of.
But I would also think it's because this probably also kept the screens up in the kitchen.
Oh, that
Probably
could be
it's
too.
probably all
that could be-
connected.
yeah.
So
That could be
if
too.
power went out, it'd still work.
Yeah, it's the Opie show now.
Tell people where to find us.
Oh yeah, so tonight
After
we're
the
gonna
show.
do something different. We are not doing the after show here. On the StreamYard, we're gonna go to.
We're going to Trina.
Yeah, everybody's coming here. I have no idea where the fuck you're going, but
Pile in.
I've got the private jet is at everybody's house right now. Just go
That's
outside.
right.
There's a private jet waiting.
Well,
You get a jet. You get a jet. You get a jet.
I was gonna say,
check under your chairs. There's the jet.
We have Garth in the chat, so he can just go around with his private helicopter and pick everybody up.
I broke it, guys. It's not going back together.
No, we are gonna go on the Macintosh Friends Discord and use the voice chat there instead of doing the after party here.
Which does video and voice, by the way.
Which you can do both video and voice.
And you can have more than 10 people.
You can have up to 50 people. So there's no limit.
We don't know 50 people.
I don't like 50
How
people.
long does it take to get?
If you do expedited, you can get it faster. Also, if you take it to your congressperson's
Frank, you don't need to lean in so close. We can hear you.
People always say I need to get up to the microphone to talk, so I've been trying to do so.
But we heard you fine when you were talking about
we're serving number 6483 at the DMV.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Don't spit in that cop's burger.
But anyway,
just a quick question, Justin. Have you got the hard drive that I sent you?
Also, Justin, you can take your passport application to your local representative's office, like congressperson or house person, and they can take it in person to DC, which would be considerably faster. Your application would be processed quicker, which is what I did.
But I feel like a congressperson would be like, "I'm too busy. Go bother somebody else."
That's their damn job. Yeah, don't settle for that crap. They can take it.
Well, it's not them. It's probably one of their aides that does it.
Who cares? It gets there.
I'm assuming it's not the actual congressman doing it. Because if it is,
half of them don't even go for roll call.
That's a complete waste of time.
Half of them don't go for roll call.
Okay.
My tax dollars pay for a lot of things.
Before we end the show, DJ Craze, what is your name on? There's no real way to send a link. So
what's your name on the Discordia?
Yeah, what's your name on Discord?
Big Papa Smurf.
Big Papa Smurf. Yeah.
_
And I'm gonna
underscore.
656.
send you a friend request once you tell me what your name is.
What's your name?
Who
What's your
does
name?
number 2 work for?
No, you see, that was a new question. It was a new first question and a new line of questioning. Damn, 3 questions. You know, I only recently realized that was Will Ferrell.
Really?
Oh, hang on. That's okay. If you're on the Mac 84 server, I'm a mod there. Bwahaha.
Oh God, Steve, why did you let her be a mod?
I got all kinds of power, baby. Tell you.
I've got the power. I've got all kinds of power, but I'm poorly motivated to use it for anything.
It takes
Except
two to make
troll.
a thing go
All right.
bad. It takes
All
two
right.
to make
So
it
I'm just
awesome.
gonna bear with me. I'm going to message you.
Hey, you know what's a great thing? When something's made for technology and it uses flathead screwdrivers for its
Why?
screws.
Oh.
I don't understand. The Phillips screw existed when this was put together.
It probably cost a fraction of a penny more.
Message.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I just waved at you, DJ Craze.
Jeez.
We're gonna add you as a friend.
Stop being so suggestive, Trina. Jeez.
I did. It's just if yeah. I waved at DJ Craze with the little robot on Discord.
Yeah. You might as well be blowing them kisses.
All right. So, let me see here. Do I need to have you as a friend before I can add you?
How do I
Okay.
run this Discord? Garth is
Invite
wondering.
people. Yeah.
Can't
There we
get on.
go. I can invite DJ.
What?
There you go. I just invited you to the Macintosh Friends bracket and beyond close bracket. Can get on.
Yep. It just popped up. Everyone welcome DJ Grace.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. I put my dinner
Dish and a pile of cords. Why doesn't it work?
I put my sprocket lock key in my outer jacket pocket. Just like Jordan Jetson.
What was the dinner dish empty or was it full?
I'm trying to figure. I don't understand. Steve, have you been? I know Steve doesn't drink, but Steve, have you been drinking? Like, is this the first time you decided to drink? Because
did a laser writer fall on your head?
well, that could be too.
Okay. Everybody hop on the Discordia.
Yeah, so hop on to Macintosh Friends and beyond.
Oh, Discord. Get it? Discord.
Indeed. That's what I've been saying. What have you been saying?
Pile of. Oh.
Have a good night, y'all.
Yeah, have a good night. Did you hit the end stream button?
Hang on, I'm looking for it.
You want me to do it?